ionic compound, as we were discussing in the last worksheet also. So the atoms that gain electrons and obtain a net positive charge, negative charge are called anions, and those which obtain net positive charge are called cations. So these two terms are very much important. If you are writing anion, it means we are talking of negative charge, okay, and if we are talking of cation, that means we are talking of positive charge. So generally metals form positive and non-metals form negative. So metal plus non-metal, it's metal positive and non-metal negative. The opposite charges, positive negative, hold together in ionic bond to form ionic compound. So ionic compound are the compound made up of ion. The loss or gain of electron of one atom matches with the loss or gain of other. The atoms donate an electron to atom that need it, and they form a pair. So this is how one atom is giving to the another, and this is how they are combining to form a pair, or you can say they are combining together to form a compound. Next is physical properties. So when we talk of physical properties, ionic compounds are solids at room temperature except mercury, and these, sorry, here not metals are not there, so they are what, they are solid at room temperature because of the high attraction force between positive, and they break into pieces when the pressure is applied. Remember this, when the pressure is applied, so they break into brittle in nature. Melting and boiling point, they have high melting and boiling point because of considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong inter-ionic attraction, the attraction between the two ions, positive and negative. Ionic compounds are generally soluble in water and insoluble in solvents such as kerosene and petrol. When we say conduction of electricity, the conduction of electricity through a solution involves the movement of charged particles. A solution of an ionic compound in water contains, which moves to the opposite electrode, you can see. And remember that in case of molten state only, they are acting as a good conductor of electricity. When we say they are in the solid state, they are not going to conduct electricity because they are rigid structure. So in the case of molten state, the electrons, ions are freely moving and they conduct electricity. Next is, this is the picture of the brittle ionic compound like sodium chloride. You have seen the crystals of sodium chloride, magnesium chloride. Ionic compound sodium chloride, melting point 1074 Kelvin, boiling is 1686. Lithium chloride 887 1600. Calcium chloride 1045 1900. Calcium oxide 2850 3124. So you can see how closely packed are the ions in case of sodium. So these are the three states, solid, liquid and gas. You can see how the closely packed ions are there in case of when they are present in the solid state, liquid and gaseous state. Let's see the question answers. First, atom that gain electron and thus obtain a negative charge is called anion. An atom that lose electron and thus obtain a net positive charge is called cation. Ionic compound break when pressure is applied. Why do ionic compounds have high melting point? An ionic compound has high melting point. This is because a considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong inter-ionic interaction. Why ionic compound is in the solid state do not conduct electricity but are able to do in molten state? Because movement of ion in the solid is not possible due to the rigid structure, and ionic compound conduct in the molten state as the electric force of attraction between the oppositely charged ion are overcome due to heat. Thus the ion move freely to conduct electricity. Last one, draw and explain with the help of well-labeled diagram the conduction of electricity in ionic compound. The conduction of electricity through a solution involves the movement of charged particle. A solution of ionic compound in water contains ions which move to opposite electrodes when electricity passes through the solution, but ionic compound conduct electricity in the molten state as the electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged ion are overcome due to heat. Thus ion move freely and conduct electricity. This completes your worksheet. Hope you like the worksheet. Do. This is the diagram which you have to draw in the question number 5th. There are the different structures which has been shown. So this completes your worksheet. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and like this channel.